Hi, boys and girls. Okay, we are finishing up lesson 2 problem set we are on page 2, and we are going to look at this first problem here. It says, use the table below to create a picture graph in the space provided. So it gives us this table, and it gives us our picture graph, and I've done a couple things to just set this up. I've written in my title. Our title here is Animal Habitats, the same as our table, and I have listed our different animal habitats off to the side here. Okay, the other thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we are showing our legend. So our legend is saying that the symbols that are going to be in our graph are a representation of what? So in this case, it is a representation of our animal habitats. So I am going to show that one little dot like that is going to be equal, or it's going to represent, in this case, I'll say equal one animal habitat. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to start plotting our information here. So in the desert, we've got 6 animal habitats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the tundra, we've got 5. So I'll plot those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the grassland, we've got 5, 10, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So it gives us just enough space there. Okay, the next problem here asks us how many more animal habitats are in the grassland than in the desert? Well, we know that there's 14 in the grassland, so I'm actually just going to do that little problem up here, 14 in the grassland. And it's asking how many more are there than are in the desert, which are 6. So it's asking us to do a simple subtraction problem here, 14 minus 6. And I'm going to do mental math. Please use whatever strategy works best for you. So the difference between 14 and 6 is going to be 8. Letter B says, how many fewer animal habitats are there in the tundra and in the grassland than in the grassland and the desert combined? So that means we are combining our grassland and desert. We have 14 plus 6. And I know that 4 plus 6 is 10, so 14 plus 6 is going to give me 20. And there we're trying to find the difference between those two and the tundra, which is 4. So it's going to be 20 minus 4, which is going to give us, 20 minus 5, sorry. Because we've got 5, right? 5 in the tundra. So 20 minus 5 gives us 15. And I know that because I can skip count backwards by 5s. Okay, last it's going to say write and answer your own comparison question based on the data. So our questions might vary. So let's just come up with one together. And in this case, I might ask how many more animal habitats are in the grasslands than in the tundra? So how many more animal habitats are in the grasslands than the tundra? Okay, and then we can look at our graph and we know that in the grasslands there are 14 and in the tundra there was 5. So that's going to be 14 minus 5. Well, we know up here 14 minus 6 gave us 20. So therefore we know that 14 minus 6 gave us 8, so we know that that's going to be 1 more. So we can say there are 9 more habitats in the grassland than tundra. And if you need to, you can do the math for that. You can do it off to the side or on a piece of scratch paper. And that's it. That is page 2 of lesson 2, module 7. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments on our Google Classroom.